I'm Senator Bob Huff. This is my Capitol comment for the week of June 3rd, 2013. In my last Capitol comment, I talked about 7 gun bills that were pretty egregious. Somebody wanted to know how I actually voted on them. Well, if you don't know my record, I generally oppose gun laws as I did this because I think we already have enough on the books. We have the most stringent gun laws in the nation currently. What's happening in the Capitol right now is mostly budget. Now, that's a few people that are on the Budget Committee. It's comprised of Democrats and Republicans from both the Assembly and the Senate, but they're working through the line items of the budget as they come up with a legislative version of the budget to then compare with the Democrat governor's version of the budget. So far, the governor's is the more conservative model, as the budget that the legislature is putting out is assuming about $3 billion more in revenue. The other thing that's happening is they're calling this a transparent process, but typical, that's Sacramento speak for, well, half of it we're just keeping open, meaning they're going to decide this in some closed room, some star chamber. There'll be no Republicans around, there'll be no scrutiny, and just like happens most years, this will drop in on us at the last minute. Now, one of the big protests this week was related to Medi-Cal cuts. There's hundreds of buses coming in from all over the state because in the budget proposal is a proposed reduction of 10% to Medi-Cal. And what that means is the medical providers, the hospitals, the clinics have to either shoulder that much more burden or go out, because when people show up at the door, they're going to take care of them. So this is a real problem for the medical community, for the poorest people that need health care, that are guaranteed some level of health care. And it's one of the problems we have to solve here in the budget, but there's no big constituency, no big lobbying group like some of our public employee unions to argue this. So it tends to be the low-hanging fruit of the budget process. It'll be interesting as we go through this. I'll have more news on the budget next week. But in the meantime, I want to thank you for joining me. I'm Senator Bob Huff.